me.
Hello, everybody. Hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to KRC's Bookstore Children's Books Edition. Today we have amazing and awesome show today, and we have some amazing,
Okay,
awesome
hi, can you
authors
hear me?
on with us that are children's book authors. But before we dive off into that today, I want to first by starting out by introducing myself real quickly, and then we're gonna get started in talking about these amazing books that these authors have. My name is Tammy M. Lilly, and I am the owner of KRC Companies. KRC Companies consist of KRC Tax and Business Services, where we offer tax preparation services, and we offer our tax preparation services for businesses as well as for individuals. We've been in this industry for 20 years, longevity in the game. We're super excited about this upcoming tax season. So if you need your taxes done for your business or your individual household taxes, please make sure you think about KRC Tax and Business Services or Tammy M. Lilly. But today, most importantly, we're going to be talking about KRC Bookstore. KRC Bookstore is an awesome, amazing bookstore who is catered toward our Black authors who believe in promoting positive Black images for our communities, for our children. We have inspirational books. We have self-help books. We have empowerment books. So, without any further ado, we want to dive off into this bookstore that we have here. Just a little bit background on myself as a tax professional. I started out. I started going to a seminar and figuring out how to make myself stand apart from other tax professionals. And I created a book. Don't see it right now, but we're gonna get to it so you can see it. I created this book called "Why Your Refund Is So Low." And this particular book is to help out with foundational things of your business. A lot of beginning business owners don't know certain things. They got to learn certain things. So we like to cut to the chase and help them out by giving them some tips and tricks to help them get the best return possible. So I created a book called "Why Your Refund Is So Low." And then I wrote a couple other books that I co-authored in, such as Prayers for the Boss Babes, Volume 1 and 2. We have Volume 3 coming out very, very soon. Super excited about that. As well as I did a women empowerment book, which is called Women Lead. It was a book collaboration that I co-authored on. So that's basically author, my author list. And so because I had the amount of books that I had, I said, well, that's like having a bookstore. So why not bring in other authors to be a part of the bookstore? So, and that's what I started to do, bring in other authors to be part of the bookstore. So right now we are 50 plus books strong. And so we create this other platform called the Book Fair, where we bring in other authors according to what their genre is. We have certain themed book fairs, and this particular book fair is the Children's Book Fair. So, without any further ado, I'm gonna run a quick commercial for you, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk to Miss Michelle, and she's gonna tell you about herself and her book. So we'll be right back. Hello. This is Tammy M. Lilly back to tell you a little bit more about the KRC bookstore. My name is Tammy M. Lilly, and we have so many books with this particular bookstore, and each and every one of our children's books that I am showing to you, and all the ones that are up here, can be included in your books, children book subscription box. So these are our children subscription box. Again, you could do just 1 month or one time, Christmas gift, birthday gift, anything like that. Or you can opt to save a little bit of money because the one box is $29.99. If you want to save a little bit of money, you actually can opt to do 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months, and you will save a little money with that. So the two books I told you about, well, excuse me, the three books I told you about previously is the Career Crew, Chicken Bone Beach, the story of Chicken Bone Beach, and Fearless. So the next book I want to tell you about is I Am a Mini Entrepreneur. Our children, a lot of times when we are telling our children to choose a career path, we're always pushing for them to go to college, and we're pushing for them to go get a good job, and all those kind of things. But in this world, everybody is not cut out to be a career person, and that's okay. And we should encourage our children to let them know that that's okay if you're not wanting to work a 9 to 5, but they should, definitely still, get the proper training to be able to do the field, be in the field that they want to be in. Some of our children, may decide to be an entrepreneur. So, being an entrepreneur is a very noble thing to do. It is a choice and it's a personal choice, but they have to know that it takes a lot of work if they want to be an entrepreneur. That is just not a walk in the park, because a lot of times when we think about, oh, I want to work for myself, I want to set my own hours, I want to do what I want to do, that's not always the case. And it's not, realistic to think that, it's an easy road, because it's not an easy road. So we want to prepare our child if they say, hey, I want to have a business. So we don't want to send them out there with unrealistic expectations. So this particular book that I'm going to tell you about is I Am a Mini Entrepreneur. This book is actually talking about different things that's happening during the COVID-19 pandemic. This particular book shows new ways to grow their goodies using science and love through challenges through COVID-19. So this is a beautiful illustrated book, beautifully written book that basically kind of helps ease the burden of this pandemic. We can make it through this pandemic, and as long as you think you can make it through this pandemic and you do the things that you need to do in order to make it through this pandemic, you will be okay. You just have to be, cautious in the midst of this. But this is a good book right here. And it says Autumn's Love Garden. So this is from their I Am a Mini Entrepreneur. All right, all right, all right. That is just one of the few books that we have part of this amazing um, bookstore. And without any further ado, we want to bring Miss Michelle up so
Hi.
she can talk about her book. So I'm gonna let Miss
Hi.
Michelle introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I this is my second. Can you see? I'm trying to get it right. Okay. So this is my second book actually. It's called Space Venture. I also have brand levels to learning. So on the website, you'll get to see the other book that I have along with a workbook that goes with the first book. So the first book was Orso and the Three Brothers, was a retelling of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And with that, I completed a companion workbook that was for parents to utilize while teaching their kids how to read and be able to grab the vocabulary and do reading comprehension. So the workbook goes along with that book. This book here came out of basically, I forget what year it was, but it's really recently that Pluto was no longer considered a quote unquote planet. So for years, kids have been learning that Pluto was part of the planets and all that great stuff. So I decided that I wanted to put together a book with African American characters that basically focused on the planets that the kids were learning about today that excluded Pluto. I did not have a great time growing up learning science. I actually found it kind of boring. And then when my son went to school, I found that things hadn't really changed a whole lot. I hadn't, when I was going to school and when he was going to school, I didn't see a lot of African American um, people in science books or in science class. So I wanted to create a book where it had the characters and it had some of the facts so that way while kids are learning, it could be fun. Could be where they would be engaged and also learn something at the same time. You could learn about the planets as opposed to memorization, say. In the book, they basically go and they visit each planet. And when they get to each planet, they give facts about each planet. So it was important to me also that in this particular book that they be interacting with the planets. A lot of the books that I seen for kids that were talking about the planets or visiting planets, they weren't really interacting with the planets. So I thought maybe to get kids to help them remember some of the material, to actually have fun things happening while the characters were visiting the planets, things that visually the kids would remember and think were fun. So that way down the road, if they were ever to be tested or asked about it later in class or did activities related to the book, that they might actually remember it because it was something fun that they were learning as opposed to regurgitating facts. So has a lot of bright illustrations. I'm trying to get this so everybody can see. Um, some what I like about the illustrations, the way they came out, is that they're doing things that you might not ordinarily or black children are usually told that they wouldn't be doing, or people stereotype and say we wouldn't be doing. So I like that about the illustrations. The other thing I really liked about the illustrations in this particular one, they're on a roller coaster in the on one of the planets, is that it's not a dark story. So a lot of the planet books I saw, they weren't necessarily bright. Automatically, everything was dark. Naturally, it's space, but I just thought maybe a different spin would be to have some brightly colored illustrations. They're doing some fun things when they visit. So I'm just going to read um, well 2 pages from it really quickly. It's rhyming. It's basic vocabulary. It's meant to target kids K through 3, and it's repetitive also with the facts. My daughter is 4 and she loves it. We reread it. So she really loves the illustrations and she repeats with me. So on this first page, they are visiting Venus. So you'll have to excuse me. I'm trying to get everything right over here. So it says, let's travel past moons, let's travel past stars. Look over there. Do you know where we are? And it says Venus. Second is Venus. It is very hot. It likes to turn clockwise and it is covered with rocks. On this particular one, they're out. She likes it mostly because she sees the sunglasses. They're dressed like they're going out to a beach, but they're really on one of the planets. The one of the other ones, the kids will enjoy. There's some robots here on Mars. There's also some aliens here, and they're dressed up as well. And this one says, let's travel past moons, let's travel past stars. Look over there. Do you know where we are? Mars is so red, it looks like it's rusty. It's mostly a desert, dry, cold, and dusty. So those are just some excerpts from the book. Um, the setting is the space, just so they can be updated on some of the most recent facts about the spaces. I have the other 2 books in the workbook. With the workbook comes a complimentary stickers for the kids to actually use in the sticker book or just to use in general. So that's a free gift if anybody ever purchases the workbook. My goal with Levels to Learning is to basically have books, educational books that can be used for education or leisure reads where the kids are learning. I felt like we weren't in the classroom enough. So growing up, I don't know about everyone else's experiences, but like I said, myself and my son to date, when things come home education wise, I don't see a lot of African American characters. If I do, it's pretty much the same type of stories, which is fine because they're learning, but there's so much more to our culture and to our race than some of the things that are going on in the classroom. So I thought it was just a nice start to put some of our faces in some of the academic books as opposed to just the story part of the book for kids. Does anyone have any questions?
That's
No.
amazing. I definitely, love what you're doing with your book, and I think that would, definitely help a lot of our children, along the way where they see, those positive images. Um, what made you want to be an author?
I always enjoyed writing. So I would say when I was 16, and I actually wrote about this in my author bio. I always thought I was going to have like this magazine, and I was going to be doing articles for this magazine that I was going to own. And so, of course, I laid that off to the side because, like you had mentioned, kids are kind of geared and reared that you go to school, you get a good job, you get a good career, and you get something that's stable. So, writing didn't come to the forefront as far as career wise, which is kind of sad. So now here I am, and originally when I went to the store for my younger kids who are now 3 and 4, I saw that not much to me had changed. Like there were some changes, but to me not enough. So I felt like it's one of those situations where if you're not seeing it and you're frustrated as a parent, then maybe there's something that I can contribute. Maybe from my standpoint, maybe I could do something about that. And so that's how I got back into writing.
Okay, I think that's
Mm,
wonderful, wonderful,
thank you.
wonderful. In writing this particular book, how did this particular book change you? When we write books, we want to give something to the public. We want people to know certain things. But how did this book change you?
Mhm. It was kind of it was me trying to help other children, but it felt right to me because like I said, I was a kid who always I didn't do well in science. And I looked back as an adult, looking back, I thought to myself, why didn't I do well in science? And part of the problem was I didn't see a lot of me represented in the books that were being used to teach me. A lot of it was memorization, and I really wasn't making connections to things. It was just kind of gurgitating facts and tests. So for me, this was important that I do this. So that way, maybe there's a kid out there who is struggling to remember facts about the planets, um, or find some of the material a little dry. And maybe reading this book, this will help them along in that section of part of school or the grade where they are in their science class. Maybe this will help someone who's in the same boat that I was in at that time in my life.
Okay, okay, that's wonderful. That definitely is. Now, can you tell the audience base how they will get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with me. I have a website. It's levels, the number two, learning.com. And on there, I have a way to contact me through email. There is, if there's any questions, you can also get in touch with me through asking questions, and I'll also receive those. And if anyone's interested in purchasing the book or looking around the website to see what's coming up, I have flashcards actually being created right now. I hope to have them out in the spring again with more diverse people on the images and some things that I felt flashcards were lacking for kids. So there'll be more to come. So if anybody wants to get in touch with me or they want to see more of what we're offering to date, they can go to the website.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well, you answered my next question. What do you have coming up next for yourself?
Oh, the flashcards. I'm really excited about the flashcards. On the flashcards, I included people with disabilities. Included people who may have, I'm a nurse, so it was important to me that kids see people doing everyday activities that may have an impairment of some sort. Maybe they're in a wheelchair, but they're still playing basketball. I felt like one thing that's important that we learn a lot, kids learn when they can relate to the material. or relate to the images that they're seeing. And I felt like it's 2022, and some of the flashcards that I was seeing or bringing home to my kids weren't reflective of the society that we're in now. Um, it's always these perfect images of what perfect looks like, and I figured we just needed to expand on that visually. The back of the flashcards will have sentences. This particular batch has verbs, so they're bolded. The verb is bold and bold in the sentence, so you can study just the word. What I did create also is I can't take boxes or kids tearing through the vocab cards, and so I made it so that way they were more sturdy, and they're more of something that can sit on a table. You're not going to go and shove them back in a box. So to me, I felt like creating something more practical for parents to use with vocabulary cards or at school or send them to the grandparents. So I'm really excited about those.
Okay, I'm super excited about that as well. Definitely keep us abreast of what you're doing. We definitely
Yeah.
want to be, be to follow you and all what you're doing in your endeavors. So,
Yeah.
um, thank you so much for entrusting us with your book journey.
Mhm.
And as I always tell people, hashtag books are great. Hashtag books make great gifts.
Mhm.
We got the holiday season coming up. We always have a season, and it's always a good, season to be able to gift somebody with a book.
Yes.
But we have Valentine's coming up. The end of the month is here, and February 14th is here. It's what's soon to be here. And a lot of parents, we like to gift our children with Valentine Basket. Now,
Yeah.
while you putting all that candy in there, the candy is sweet and so forth. But show go a little further. Put a book in there. Make
Mm.
sure you get and you order one of these books and put these books in there to give your child the gift of the love for science. Science is an amazing thing. My mother was actually a chemist, so science is amazing. Whether you're good in science or you're not so good in science, whatever the situation is, you know, definitely, give them the gift of learning. Give them the gift to show them that you give them the skills to be to survive in this world, and outside of giving them some Easter egg. I mean, excuse me, giving them some candies and so forth.
Mhm.
Put a book in there. Books are great gifts. So
Mhm.
thank you so much, Miss Michelle. I know
You're
you have
welcome.
your two babies that you have there with you, so I do understand if you have to cut out. But
Mhm.
as please stick with us as long as you can. But if you
Yes,
can't, I
definitely.
do definitely understand. My children were small too, and I have a special needs baby, so I do understand. So
Yes.
all righty. We're going to run a real quick commercial, and
Mhm.
we're going to come back with Miss Sheila. Miss Sheila True Love. She's going to share with you about her book, tell you about herself, and we want to go ahead and make sure we support Miss Sheila as well as Miss Michelle. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and run a real quick commercial. Be right back. Hello, everybody. I'm here to come in front of you again. My name is Tammy M. Lilly. Hello, everybody. I'm here to come in front of you again. My name is Tammy M. Lilly, and I am the owner of KRC Companies, which consists of KRC Tax and Business Services, as well as today we're talking about KRC Bookstore. KRC Bookstore is gearing up for their 2022 book tour. This particular tour will take us to various places across the country, and we will be taking our books to those particular places. So, if you are interested in having KRC Bookstore come to your area, please reach out to us, and we will make provisions to do so as much as possible. KRC Bookstore is about inspirational empowerment and self-help business books, as well as we have these beautiful um, children's books behind us, and we are constantly adding more to the book to the our inventory. We have these um, children book subscriptions that come in these beautiful boxes that is packed with beautiful things that we know that your child will love. Depending on your child's age, gender, what their likes are, and what their needs are, they will be customized boxes. So please make sure that you check us out. If you know of somebody that has a child that loves to read, or even have a child that doesn't love to read, that needs a little extra encouragement, because the book subscriptions have various things in there that they like, it definitely will help catapult them into reading, to become a book lover, because they want to receive those beautiful gifts, whether it's a toy, whether it is a backpack, whether it's a purse, whether it's some lip gloss. It can be various things that will be in that particular bookstore, children's book subscription. So like I said, we're gearing up for our book tour. We will be going to various places such as Georgia. We will be in the Mississippi area. We will be in Alabama. We of course will be in Texas, in our hometown, and various cities around Texas. We are hoping to be in Chicago. We will be in Florida, and just various other places. And if you would like for us, if you're in a particular area that I spoke about, please reach out to us. Please come out and check us out, because books are great. Books are great gifts. And hashtag support begin support. Make sure you come out. Make sure you tell your friends. Make sure you come out and support. Make sure you get these books that will tremendously bless you in your walk of life, or in your children, to help them grow up to be well-rounded book readers. Because why? Because knowledge is in books. So books are great. And if trying to gain knowledge, the best way to gain it is to open up a book. So we definitely want to be able to reach out and affect as many people as possible in a very, very positive manner. Um, Definitely make sure you reach out to us. And if we're not in your particular area, we would like for us to be there, please reach out to us, and we will try to make provisions to get there. I want to thank you so much for listening to this book fair. Whether you're listening live or you're coming back and listen to the replay, I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. Please make sure you go and support these authors in their endeavors, because they have gave you their all when they bring these books to you, and they want to bring you something that you will love, bring you something that will bring you joy, bring you something that will bring you substance, make you laugh, let make you smile, make you think, and raise up some very well-rounded individual children. So I want to thank you so much. Everyone have a very, very, very blessed day. Please visit my website, www.krcbookstore.com. If you're interested in talk to me directly, the number where I could be reached at text or call is 832-443-8177. We are on Facebook, KRC Bookstore. We are on Twitter, KRC Bookstore. We are on TikTok, KRC Bookstore. And last and definitely not least, we're on Instagram, KRC Bookstore, as well as I'm on there, as well as Tammy M. Lilly on all social medias as well, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So thank you so much. If you follow me, I will follow you back. I believe in returning favors, and I believe in gratitude. I want to thank you so much. Have a very blessed day. Bye bye. All
All
right,
right,
all
all
right.
right.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
go
go
ahead
ahead
and
and
talk to
talk to
Miss
Miss
Sheila
Sheila
about
about
her
her
herself
herself
and
and
about her
about her
book.
book.
So
So
without
without
any
any
further
further
ado,
ado,
Miss
Miss
Sheila.
Sheila. Where's the feedback coming from? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Thumbs up. I am Dr. Sheila Truelove, and I am so excited to be a part of this event. I love all things kids. I love all things children. I love all things reading.
A little bit about me. I am an educator. I heard a couple of you guys mention that you had special needs. I've been in the field of special education for over 16 years, working with children with autism, various disabilities. I worked and taught students at the K-12 level as well as the college level. So I am here to talk about my book, my children's book. I Can Win. I hope you can see it. I can win. I can win. I can win. Yay! So what is my why? Why did I do this? It is because of my children. It is because of my children that I wrote this book. I never knew that it would actually become a book. Years ago, I had a mentoring program called I Can Win that I ran. I've always said I can win. When I was in sixth grade, I was in the Young Authors Club. I always wanted to write, love to write. And so here we are with I Can Win. And so what exactly is I Can Win? What is it? It's setting a pace for our children to win the race. And I'm going to read only the note a little bit, a few things out of here, just to the parents. So if you're a parent out there and you're listening and you're on here, I'm going to read this. To the parents, I designed this book to encourage and motivate the most precious commodity to date, our children. Our children have been given to us by God. Therefore, it is up to us to equip, teach, mold, and prepare them to overcome the obstacles that they may encounter in this journey called life. Okay? That is an entire section to the parents. I know what's going on with this computer. To our children, they need to know this, okay? We want them to, this is a 21-day book designed just for them, 21 declarations. We learn as adults that the power of life is in our tongue, okay? So what we say and what we speak and what we begin to tell ourselves is what will manifest. And God gave it to me as a single parent. I thought, what can I give my children? What can I leave them? What can I give them that's not tangible? Like, I need to build them from the inside out. Okay. So this book helps you help them. I never thought, I guess they were what, 3 or 4 years old when we started saying declaration. I would tell them, Ashlyn said 3, I'm beautiful, I'm smart. And it was just something that I had to begin to tell them because I wanted to encourage them. One thing that we have to instill in our children is mindset. Mindset is everything. What you say, what you see, what you hear is everything. And the world wants to inundate them with so much negativity. And I'm going to say this, we still challenge. It's some days we don't feel like we're winning. But guess what? I am a winner and I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. These two, my son is wrestling, so he's not with us. But to speak those words out of their mouth at a very young age is very powerful. Very, very powerful. Mindset is everything. What you tell yourself, what you're saying. So why not do this with our children? Why not start them early? Okay. So that's what this is. And it's real simple. I'm gonna let Ashlyn and Brooklyn say a couple of their favorites. They're probably they're very, this is in there. This is in their blood. This is in their system. So here is Brooklyn, Ashlyn.
Okay, so my name is Beautiful Brooklyn. I am her beautiful daughter. So my two favorite declarations are Declaration 14 and Declaration 20. Declaration 14 is nothing but greatness follows me each and every day. Greatness is with me at school. Greatness is with me when I do my homework and my chores. Greatness is with me when I begin something new. That one is really powerful for me because it's just greatness follows me everywhere I go. It's not leaving me. God is always with me everywhere I go. The Declaration 20 is I am blessed. God's blessings are always with me. I am blessed at school. I am blessed at home. I am blessed in every area of my life. So what that declaration basically means, it means you're blessed It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what you've been through. You're always blessed in what area, every area, every inch of your body, you're blessed. God has always been there for you. God has always been doing everything for you. So those are my two favorite declarations. And I'm going to pass it on to my lovely sister, Awesome Ashlyn. Hi guys, it's Awesome Ashlyn, and my two favorite declarations are God loves me so much, He made me, He knows me, and He loves me. The reason I love that declaration is because God is always where you are. It doesn't matter where you are, He can always love you. And the second declaration is I am not afraid, I am always protected, I am always safe. That means that you are not afraid, that you cannot be afraid anywhere, and you are always protected by the name of Jesus.
Yeah, so this is what we do. And, people ask me all the time about writing a book about, most of the time it's something that you live. It's a trace of like what you have, a trickle of what you've done. So this is not new to us or them. Singing in the car, singing declarations, speaking greatness. And it's always brought back to the forefront. And mine is my favorite declaration, which they get on to me all the time. Mama, you don't know all your declaration. It's for you guys. It's for my children. You need to know what Mama didn't know at 10, 11, and 12. I didn't know this. No one ever told me that I was not great or great. We had to figure it out. So that's why my motto is setting the pace to win the race, because we want to give our children a foundation. We want to set the pace. Just so show them what they can do, teach them what to say. They have probably gotten so tired of me with these declarations. But the day that the book came and we saw this, it's like, oh my gosh, this really did come into fruition. Everything I would say, everything I would do. Y'all trying to see what I'm saying? Mine is God has given me favor with God and man. Therefore, everywhere I go, I receive great things and great news. So when situations come up at school, when situations come up, you can always reference back to the book. What does that declaration say? If your child is coming home, oh, I'm stupid. Oh, I'm ugly. No, you're not. Make them stand in the mirror 10 times. I'm beautiful. God loves me. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. They have got to hear their own voice. Do y'all want to tell them about the mirror and how I used to make y'all?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so my mom, before we even went to school, she used to make us say it like every
And she
single
still
day.
she still
Does it. Like we was like, Mom, we already said it. We already said it. Again, say it again. Like, say it again. Say it again. Say it again. I'm like, now we just say it.
5 declarations, 10 times each.
Yeah, so
and
it's 21 declarations.
And it may sound a lot, but repetition, redundancy, repetition. Because when it comes to making a choice, it's one that says, I make good choices. I'm smart. I'm not afraid. I'm great. You want to say to your child, was that a good choice? Or when they're placed in a situation in middle school or in elementary school where they have to make a choice to go this way, they're going to remember, I can't do this because I made good choices. I'm not afraid. I'm not even afraid to tell these people, no, I'm not doing that because it's not a good choice. We have to equip our children, guys. I'm so serious. Please don't let your child say, I'm stupid. I'm not, I can't. Don't let them do that.
Yeah, my mom did not like that.
Right.
She hates when we say negative things. Like we have to stay positive,
And it's resilience. We have gone through a little bit of testimony. We have gone through homelessness. We have gone through poverty. I have lost jobs. We have shopped at thrift stores. I have not eaten so that they could eat. And through it all, I'm teaching, it's resilience. This is not the end of it. It's not a period. It's a but. It's a yet. We may not be there yet. We may not have it yet. It may be hard to me. It may be hard now, but I will get it. And those are the things that you want to build in your child's vocabulary. Don't let them, you are their voice, but teach them to have a voice. So that's my spiel with I Can Win. I just want you guys to, my goal is to get in there foster homes, juvenile detention, and I will tell my testimony. I did a whole week in juvenile. And I made a lot of bad choices. and I refuse to allow my children to do the same thing. So that is why I push so hard, to tell them to say the right things. Even my students in the classroom, they can't say every day. They have to say it. They can, why are we going to say this again? Nothing but greatness follows you. Oh, why are we doing this assignment? School is stupid. School is great, and you're a great student. Say it back, affirm it. Your children need to declare it. Say it out of their mouth, speaking into an existence, and you affirm it. Yes, you are a winner. Yes, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Oh, it's not easy. Life is not easy, but you're going to get through it. You go ahead.
Go ahead, guys. So I want to tell y'all where to get the book. It is available on Walmart, Target, Barnes and Nobles, Amazon.com, Books in a Million, and eBay.
Yes, and if
and
you
also,
you want to. Our next project. Where are we going now? So, Ashlyn, I don't know. Maybe come this way. You see this? I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah, we have.
This is the first. We're gonna do t-shirts. So we only have 4 because the 4 of us wear them, and I wanted to get the first. We were the first.
Like stickers you can stick on
your
magnets,
bookmarks, and on the bookmarkers. This is what they're saying. I make good choices. I am smart. I'm not afraid. I am successful. So this is very, very important. Words carry weight, and I have to repent even now because they know I will get out of control. I will fuss. I fuss and love. But I do not play about this. We have got to set our children up for greatness. There's so much negativity out there. This is our life, our children. So if you have a cousin, a nephew, a sister, a brother, speak life. Teach your children to speak life. What's going into their ear? Know what they're listening to. We don't do social media a lot. Here lately they have been, but I'm cracking down. So, but another thing that was mentioned was Miss Tommy mentioned entrepreneurship. So I have for the last 3 years ran a children's business in Dothan. We just had this will be our 4th year coming up. So my little kid entrepreneurs, I push, and it's sponsored by I Can Win. And there's one of my sons. So, so Brooklyn started out, and this is another thing, find greatness in your children. Like she said, everybody's not going to go to college. They're not. It's okay. But when they begin to speak these declarations over themselves, I'm successful. And one student asked me, he said, why do I have to say, he said, I'm scared. I don't want to get up. Why I have to say I'm not afraid? I said, you said scared. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Say it through tears. I think Joyce Myers, they say it till you faith it until you get it. We have to tell our children that. I told God I do not have the time and the energy to pour into a 40 or 50 or 60-year-old person. The people that need us right now are our children. These 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8-year-olds, they need us. So my patience is a little short with adults. But if we can do it now, generational curses gone. We can start creating generational blessings, and it starts with our mindset. It starts with mindset. It starts with the winning mentality. And when I say win, I'm not like, oh, you went out and I don't know, ran a marathon. Winning. If your child is struggling and went from a C to a B, that baby winning. If that baby struggling to go to school, or only go 1 day a week, and they finally made a whole week, baby, you won. Mamas, if you didn't went the whole day and you didn't yell or hit a child, you winning. I mean, set the pace for them. Celebrate it. Oh my gosh, you're great. I can't believe it. This one right here. Woo! Girl, you made it to school every day. Thank you, Jesus. She is winning. Yeah. A's and B's, grades. I don't worry about any of that because they do it. They do it. And it started early because I was like, Lord Jesus, I got to give them something. You might not have Nikes on your feet, but you're going to have some resilience and some Jesus and some self-confidence. Can't anybody take that away. They cannot. So give it to your children. I'm sorry, I got on the rant.
Miss Miss Sheila, I am just like hanging on to your every word. I just love what you're talking about. I love your ambitions. I love your passion. And I love that what you're doing, you have incorporated your children into it. Because a lot of times, us when we get into different things and we have our passions and we want to change the world, we want to see things different, and we want to be the change that we want to be the change that we want to see. We sometimes forget about our home life because we assume our children are looking. We assume that they're absorbing what we're talking about. But you not only are assuming, you have incorporated your babies to be a part of it, and they are just as excited as you are about it. And I just absolutely love that. I commend you for what you're
Thank you.
doing, and I'm loving it. I'm loving that shirt right there. Now,
Yes.
how can we get that shirt? Is that shirt on your website as well?
The shirt is coming soon. You can go ahead and place your order.
Okay.
There will be. We love February is mail out month. Okay,
Okay.
so if you go to my website, you can sign up, and you can sign up to be a winner. It'll say join the I Can Win, and send me an email and say hey and give me your size.
Okay.
It will be a link. And also when you go, it's drsheila.com, SHELIA. Yes, that is my real name. I'm not making it up. I'm not calling myself that. That is my name. Okay.
Well, you living up to your name for sure.
So go on there. You can see who's winning. I have a lot of videos on there with one of the children are talking about I Can Win and what it means to them. I have a link on there about the Children's Business Fair and some of the mini moguls. I'm coming up now with a group of I Can Win success sessions where you can come and learn about. I'm going to be teaching a class on grants and funding. I'm going to teach a class on kid entrepreneurship. God said, give all your knowledge.
Yeah.
All your knowledge. I'm going to teach a class on the power of words, and even pull them in, because you heard them when they introduced themselves. I'm beautiful Brooklyn. I'm awesome Ashland. Give your children a name. My son is Dynamic Daniel, and the characters in here are based on them. They're in here. She has a shirt on that says I'm smart, and Brooklyn is I'm great. But you don't get to see Black boys in a lot of books. So
No.
I just, at the back of the book, because of course I'm a teacher too, they have to write it. It has a little area back here where you write your declaration and you put the date out and you write it 3 times and you practice it. So follow us on social media. Follow us just everywhere. Just I'm everywhere. Look, it's 2022. Set goal. Let your New Year's resolution or your solution be to teach your children how to start speaking greatness over themselves. It's gonna help them. I don't care if they're 5. When they get 15 and got a hard choice to make, that needs to come all up in there. Oh,
that plays in their head,
yes,
because
in their
they
head.
know they don't have to do those things, like you said.
Right.
When somebody tells them or asks them to do something that should be out of their character, or should be against their morals and their principles, they don't have to question if they got to do that, because they don't feel like they need to be accepted, because they're great and wonderfully made all by themselves.
Exactly. And nothing but greatness follows them. So I had the conversation with her the other day, and I said, we don't worry about, you check on the person. If they don't receive, oh no, I don't want to talk to you. I don't like you. Oh, okay, I'll pray for you. Don't, that's not your job. If some people won't receive that, you have to teach your children that too. You're going to come into situations where their mentality is different from yours. You don't force it on them, but my word to them is keep it moving. We don't have time. We don't have time to bring our energy level down. We don't have time for the negativity. You don't have time to stop your greatness. So keep it moving. Yes, and I have signed copies if you want to order just from me. You can also message me on Facebook, and I will send you a signed copy. If not, you can go to Walmart online, Barnes and Nobles. If you are anywhere in Birmingham, Alabama, they have it. Well, they actually have it in Tuscaloosa, Barnes and Nobles, and on 280 at the Summit. And I sold it out. I was so happy. And the day I cried was when me and my children went in that store and bought this book. You do not understand. Look, I was like, Jesus.
Knowing your hard work pays off is nothing like seeing your hard work in front of you.
And
you
them
speak
seeing
it.
it, my children seeing it, like, oh my gosh. So keep pushing, mamas, the daddies, keep pushing. I don't care if you got an EBT card. I told somebody one day, I said, I have a PhD, and my food stamp card at one point was way more important to me than that doctorate degree. So it's just, and you let your children know, although it may be some adversities, you coming out of this.
Yes, ma'am.
Let,
Yes, ma'am.
so that's me. They can win. They can win.
All right. Well, we're gonna make sure that y'all go to the website that's scrolling down at the bottom to purchase Miss Sheila's Dr. Sheila, excuse me, her book. If you want a personal copy, signed copy, you definitely can reach out to her. She's on Facebook. Definitely make sure you reach out to her to get that signed copy. Definitely make sure you get that book. And as I always say, books are great. Books are great gifts. While you're out there shopping for the Valentine baskets, make sure you get a book and slip that book off into that Valentine's basket with all those sweet candies. Give them sweet something sweet for their eyes to see, something sweet for their soul to take in, something sweet for them to have to be able to sustain them through
Yeah.
those bitter times.
Yeah.
So make sure you support Miss Sheila. Make sure you support your babies and get that book because they need to know that they can win. Definitely for sure. All right, babies, get it then. Well, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do another commercial and we're gonna pick up Miss Keisha with us. Let's go ahead and let's
I can
yes, so,
win.
and then we're gonna exit out of solo.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna bring Miss everybody back on, and then we're gonna go to a commercial. All right. All right, Miss Keisha, we gonna bring you up next after we run this real quick commercial. So we can take care of our obligations with these commercials and we gonna bring you on in. All right, that particular book is it talks about different pandemic things that's going on, changes that are happening around us. Although we've been going through this thing almost 2 years, we have to understand that our children are going through it with us. And we can tell ourselves, okay, it's something that happened. We just have to, adapt to the change. But sometimes it's a little hard for our children just to simply adapt to the change. And we have to show them how to pivot through these difficult times. And so make sure you check out that particular book as well. So without any further ado, we're going to bring Miss Keisha to the stage so she can talk about her amazing, awesome book. And I have her book right here. So I'm going to show off my book while she's showing off her book. All right, this is Miss Keisha. We're going to bring her to the stage. Tell us about yourself and tell us about this awesome, amazing book, Miss Keisha.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Keisha Jenkins, and I am the author of I Am Black History from A to Z. This is actually my second book, my second project, but it is my first project under my company name, World is Mine Publishing, LLC. And under my company name, I plan to write and publish classroom material and children's picture books that provide Black representation for our children. And this book um, was was conceived in a class of mine. I am a teacher, and one of the classes I was taking was how to teach reading or teaching literacy to kids. And the professor in that class gave us a project to write an alphabet book, and this is the product of that project. And and I have to tell you, when I was researching to do to find the heroes in the African American community, to match each letter, um, there was some people that even I, as an adult, hadn't heard of, or maybe I had heard of them, but didn't know quite much about them. And I've shared this book with some of my coworkers who have supported it and brought it for the children in their classroom. And even one of my coworkers had to say I was that she was pleasantly surprised about some of the people in the book, because when she first bought it, she thought it was going to be, some of the common names that you hear of often, Dr. Martin Luther King, and some of them are in there. Martin Luther King is not in here, but there are some people that you definitely have heard of, but others, especially children, I'm pretty sure that it would be most children's first time hearing about them. For example, Gustavus Vasa. I had never heard of him before I wrote this book. And then there's characters like, in school, they teach us a lot about Rosa Parks, but they don't teach us about Claudette Colvin, and she's in the book. Um, People like Eartha Kitt, who aren't necessarily recognized in Black history in our classrooms, recognized for her contributions to America's greatness. She's in the book. So, yeah, I hope that, as a teacher, I didn't only just write the book. I also wrote, I had have a curriculum guide to go with it, and some handwriting workbooks to go with it, so that teachers can use the book in their classroom for instruction. It could actually be used as a textbook. It is a rhyming book, so it's an alphabet book written in rhyme. And there's so you can just read it just to enjoy it, or you can use it just to educate your kids about some of the great people in our community who made positive advances toward or make positive change toward equality and justice in American society. You're mute.
Thank you so much, Miss Shakisha, for sharing that with us. And that's very, very true. A lot of times we don't hear about all the great, Black Americans that made a difference in our society. A lot of people don't know who Claudette COVID is. A lot of people do not look at, Eartha Kitt as somebody that pioneered. So, it's so, so important that we hear about these things and our children hear about these different people to make a difference and give them the self-esteem to that, we're more than what society
Yes.
um has felt like they allowed us to be. We're so much more. We have great people other than although Martin Luther King was a wonderful man, but it's not just Martin Luther King. They don't talk about a lot of times about Malcolm X. They want to talk about the minor, the few people, but it's a lot of
So
Black
many.
America that made a major, major impact. And I love the book. I love the colors. I love the artwork. I love the the craft, the the work that you put into bringing it out so others can learn about. And I look forward to seeing, the many more things that you have going on. Now, I know initially you took on this project because it was something that was an assignment. Other than that, what made you want to go further with it? Because you could have just stopped and wrote this book and stopped right there, but you didn't. So something came alive and what made you want to further, being an author?
Um, as far as wanting to be an author, I've just naturally loved to write in general. I don't just write children's books. I also write lyrics to songs. So I'm a creative at heart, and creatives, we're always in our brain imagining and thinking of ways to express ourselves in creative ways. So that's first. In general, I just love writing. As far as um, uh, what what uh, what inspired me to go further with the book, I'm a teacher. And so it was just that combination, my love for writing and my passion for teaching, to make the curriculum guide, of course, and handwriting workbook. So and as a teacher, I am constantly reminded of the lack of representation of us in textbooks, in classroom posters, even in children's books. I inherit in my classroom. I inherited a library, tons of books, and I went through it the other day, and I think I counted like 5 of them with us in it. I mean, a lot of children's books have animals, of course, animals in there. But if it's not an animal, it's a person that's not of color, you know. And so that's another thing that inspired me to go further and write more books with that represent that have provide black representation for our kids, so that they can look and see that they are special too, and they can see positive images of them on the books and the TV screen and wherever else.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for answering the call. A lot of times we have these ambitions and we have these loves, things that we want to do, but we don't necessarily do. So I want to commend you, for taking your love and further putting it off into action, implementing it and sharing it with the world. So thank you so much for that. Now, in writing this book, a lot of times we want others to, see what we're writing, to feel certain things and all this kind of stuff. How did this writing this change you?
How did it change me? Well, it's certain, like I said, I was educating myself writing the book, because I had to research who to put in there, and I learned some stuff. And any if any teachers, they will admit to not knowing as much as you think as you think we know. So they say the best way to learn something is to teach it. So yeah, that's how it changed me. I gained knowledge that I did not have before by writing the book.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Now, what is your next direction? Now, I know I heard you mention about the workbooks. Is the workbooks already here, or are they within works?
They are in no, they're here.
Oh, okay.
They're in my Teachers Pay Teacher store.
Mm,
If you go to my website, I have links to those on my website. It'll lead you to my Teachers Pay Teacher store, where you can get the curriculum guide and the handwriting workbooks. There is one for kindergarten. There's one for first and second, and there's one for third and fourth grade. It's in cursive. The one for third and fourth grade isn't in cursive writing. And
okay.
each handwriting book, except for the kindergarten just has the letters where they practice the letters. But for the first and second and the third and fourth, has quotes, mostly quotes that the person for each letter has actually made. And so they practice writing those quotes in print for first and second, and cursive for third and fourth. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Now, you're if somebody would like to follow you and know what you're doing, do you have a page, an Instagram, something they can keep up with what you're currently doing?
Absolutely. Like I said before, my website is worldisminepublishing.com. If you can sign up for to get notified when I make new products um,
Okay.
and write new books on my website. My Facebook business page is WIM Publishing LLC. Um, and on Instagram, it's the handle is world underscore is underscore mine underscore publishing underscore.
Okay, awesome. Now the banner that you see scrolling down the, let's see, what way is it going? It's going this way. That's the way it's going. You can go right to that Bitly, and it'll take you right to her website, as well as I'm sure her website has her different links, so you can follow what she's doing and know when she has something new coming out. Please make sure you go and check this out. Again, I'm gonna say it again, repetition makes it perfect. Books are great gifts.
Yes,
Books are great. Valentine's season coming up. Mothers and fathers, you like to get these babies these Valentine baskets. Put a book off in there. Let the candy be in there, and that's fun. They like the candy, but also put that book off in there. Slide that book right on in that package, and give that book and give it to them as a gift. Please make sure you go to their websites, check them out. If you're catching this at the end of this, or you come watching the replay, each one of our authors that have spoken to you today, their website, their links are scrolling down at the bottom. All you gotta do is put it right in the address bar, and it'll take you right to their website, and you can go and order their books. So order their books. February 14th, Valentine's. That's supposed to be the love holiday. Show love, not with just the candy. Show love by giving them substance. The Bible says man cannot live by bread alone. What does that mean? Man needs substance. They need words. They need positive reinforcement. They need love. So show love with a book, you know. So thank you so much, Miss Keisha, for
yeah,
coming on. And we're going to definitely make sure we get those people on over to you. Um, we're going to go ahead and run a commercial, and then we're going to bring everybody back that's still with us. I believe that Miss Michelle had to leave. We completely understand a lot of our authors, a lot of our women are working women. They have children in the home. Some of us have small children, some of us have older children, some of us have special needs children. But I thank Miss Michelle for coming on and sharing her book, taking time out her busy schedule. That speaks volumes. So thank you so much, Miss Michelle. So our two guests that's on. Oh, and Miss Lisa, she was due to be our guest host. She has some minor technical difficulties, but we're going to try this again soon. Thank you so much, Miss Lisa, for coming on with us. Definitely make sure you get back with us, and I will be in touch with you. So we're gonna run a commercial real quick, and we'll be back with our remaining guests. Hello, everybody. My name is Tammy M. Lilly, and I am the owner of KRC. Hello, everybody. Hello. This is Tammy M. Lilly back to tell you a little bit more about the KRC bookstore. My name is Tammy M. Lilly, and we have so many books with this particular bookstore, and each and every one of our children's books that I am showing to you, and all the ones that are up here, can be included in your children book subscription box. So these are our children um subscription box. Again, you could do just 1 month or one time, Christmas gift, birthday gift, anything like that. Or you can opt to save a little bit of money because the one box is $29.99. If you want to save a little bit of money, you actually can opt to do 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months, and you will save a little money with that. So the two books I told you about, well, excuse me, the three books I told you about previously is the Career Crew, Chicken Bone Beach, the story of Chicken Bone Beach, and Fearless. So the next book I want to tell you about is I Am a Mini Entrepreneur. Our children, a lot of times when we are telling our children to choose a career path, we're always pushing for them to go to college, and we're pushing for them to go get a good job and all those kind of things. But in this world, everybody is not cut out to be a career person, and that's okay. And we should encourage our children to let them know that that's okay if you're not wanting to work a 9 to 5, but they should, definitely still, get the proper training to be able to do the field, be in the field that they want to be in. Some of our children, may decide to be an entrepreneur. So, being an entrepreneur is a very noble thing to do. It is a choice and it's a personal choice, but they have to know that it takes a lot of work if they want to be an entrepreneur. That is just not a walk in the park, because a lot of times when we think about, oh, I want to work for myself, I want to set my own hours, I want to do what I want to do, that's not always the case. And it's not, realistic to think that, it's an easy road, because it's not an easy road. So we want to prepare our child if they say, hey, I want to have a business. So we don't want to send them out there with unrealistic expectations. So this particular book that I'm going to tell you about is I Am a Mini Entrepreneur. This book is actually talking about different things that's happening during the COVID-19 pandemic. This particular book shows new ways to grow their goodies using science and love through challenges through COVID-19. So this is a beautiful illustrated book, beautifully written book that basically kind of helps ease the burden of this pandemic. We can make it through this pandemic, and as long as you think you can make it through this pandemic and you do the things that you need to do in order to make it through this pandemic, you will be okay. You just have to be, cautious in the midst of this. But this is a good book right here. And it says Autumn's Love Garden. So this is from their I Am a Mini Entrepreneur collection. See them two beautiful babies over there, that with that beautiful skin, that beautiful hair, and the young person back there doing a garden. So this is a wonderfully book to read to your child. And then, of course, they may want to gravitate into reading this book for themselves. It's so many wonderful things happening in here to kind of help our children, through the different struggles of this particular pandemic. But without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get back to the book fair. I hope and pray that you're enjoying yourself. I hope and pray that you're going back and you're supporting these authors, and buying their books and sending reviews, and just being a support, because hashtag support begins support, hashtag books are great, hashtag books are great gifts. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the show. Again, my name is Tammy M. Lilly, and I'm the owner of KRC Bookstore. Thank you so much. Be blessed. All right. That was talking about some of the books that we have in the bookstore. Before I go ahead and bring everybody back on and do our final thought and our, final letting everybody know how to get in touch with these beautiful young ladies, I want to talk about our subscription boxes. These are the subscription boxes that are in KRC Bookstore. As you see, they are beautiful and they are purple. Purple means royalty, and that is one of the colors in our logo. These particular boxes come with various themes. Um, this one is one that I made up for the boy. So we have a race car track, race car. This one has some crayons in it, and it could be filled with other things for your child. And it also has one of the books from our bookstore, which is daily affirmations for Black boys. This is a coloring and activity book. It says, "I think, I create, I am." And then we have another one. So it is customized according to the child's age, according to the child's gender, whatever the child is that they like, whatever it is that you feel like your child is needing. These books can be customized as such. So these particular boxes are $29.99. All our boxes come with books in them. Some of them they come with crayons in them, just various things. And then we have a box that is for a little girl. So this particular beta box that I did, it has a little beautiful purse. It has a puppy purse in it. Has some lip gloss in it. It has crayons in it. Now these crayons are special. These are not just everyday crayons. These have positive affirmations. So it says, yes, you are. It says you are unique. You are talented. You are brilliant. So while your child is coloring, they get to see these things about that what they are wonderfully as they color. And then it can have a pen in it. It's a cute little pen. I thought that pen was really, really cute. And then this one has an affirmation for Black girls. I think, I create, I am. Daily affirmations. So sometimes when we think about daily affirmations, we think about for adults. But why wait till we all beat up and damaged in the world and tore us all up and beat us down to start doing positive affirmations for as adults? Why not start doing positive affirmations as a child before the world beats up on them? Give them something to have a fighting chance with. And these also can make great Valentine gifts. You can slip this off in a basket. You don't know how to put a basket together with this in it. We got you. So not only are these good, sturdy, durable, they make, you can repurpose them. So if your child has Hot Wheels, marbles, jewelry, makeup, they can put it in one of these beautiful boxes. So this is a gift they just keep on giving. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring our authors back on so they can give you their final thought. So
Oh, am I supposed to give my final thought? Or is it everybody?
everybody back up. All right.
I got a little nervous. It was like, what am
Well, thank you, ladies. I do understand that everybody had things they had to do tonight. So I definitely thank y'all for being able to stay on with me. And for the ladies that was able to get on and couldn't stay on, hey, I thank you for it as well. And we did have another guest that was supposed to come on tonight, but she did not feel well. So we want to definitely send out a prayer up for her that she feels better really, really, really soon. So we want to pray for her speedy recovery. So, Miss Sheila, give us your final thought.
My final thought: pour into your children. Set the pace for them to win their race. Be the example. Teach them how to hear their own voice. Teach them that their voice is important and what they say about themselves carry weight. Because guess what? I can win
at school,
I can win
at home.
I can win. And they are winning. I want to leave you with that. Please, please, please visit my website, drsheila.truelove.com, SHELIA TRUELOVE. And please purchase a copy of the book. Again, you can get it
At you can purchase it at Walmart, Target, Barnes and Nobles, eBay, Amazon, and Book to the Million.
Yes, and the t-shirt will be on the website soon so that you can purchase it for your child and yourself. And let's just spread positivity. Let's just set the pace for them to win their race. Thank you, and you guys have a great night.
I'm sorry. That song that you got going on, I was just about to pop with it. I was like, hey. So I'm gonna need that song to be one of my commercials because I love it. I love it. It sticks with the, so often we go and hear these different songs and so forth on the radio and they talk about all this junk and so forth. That song is something that could be sung and it could be popped and danced to, and it's feeding them positivity instead of ripping their souls out. So thank you so much, Miss Sheila. Miss Keisha, give us your final thought.
Yes, my final thought would be to the kids who read this book, piggybacking off of Sheila, Dr. Sheila, her message, "You can win." I just want to say that you can win against all odds. Everybody in my book, they accomplish great things, hard things, and they accomplished great things in spite of the world against them. They were facing some very rough things, and a lot of them started off young. Claudette Colvin was only 14 years old when she refused to give up her seat. So I just want to tell children who read my book that you too can be awesome. You too can be bold, and you too can be courageous, just like the people in my book.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Keisha, for sharing those words. Thank you so much, Dr. Sheila, for sharing those words. They tremendously bless my soul. And I know that it's going to bless others. So I'm going to ask you ladies to stay on once we end out. Thank you so much for everybody who is watching. Please make sure you leave a comment. Please make sure you come back. We'll be here at 7 o'clock on the 4th of February, and we're going to be hearing about some adult books because KRC Bookstore is about inspirational empowerment and education for adults as well as children. So we will be talking about some books for our adults. Again, Valentine's season coming up. Hashtag books are great. Hashtag books are great gifts. Make that same effort with the children. As you made with the children, make it with the adults. Slide a book off into that Valentine's basket. If you get them a box of chocolate, wrap it up with a book with them. While they eating on that chocolate, they could be eating on some words, catching some inspiration, being empowered, getting some education. So thank you so much, ladies. And I'll be talking to you once we wrap up here. Again, make sure you come and listen in. Same places you're listening right now will be the same place we will be here on the 4th of February at 7 p.m. Central Time. Thank you so much for everybody for watching. Thank you so much for everybody who supports. Remember, we have commercial spaces. So if you're interested in one of those commercial spaces, if you're interested in being part of the bookstore, please reach out to us. If you're interested in being part of one of these book fairs, please reach out to us. We do at least 2 a month. At least 2. If it's a shopping season, we will make sure we put in more than 2. We have a book tour where we'll be traveling in various places. So please make sure you be a part of that. If you'd like for your logo to be on the banner, we will have a beautiful step and repeat banner that will be displayed at each one of these events for the year of 2022. Awesome opportunity. It's only $150. Take advantage of that. We're at least having 12 travel places on our agenda, as well as various events that are in the local area. So if you calculate that at least by 20, you definitely get your money's worth and then some. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Tammy M. Lilly with KRC Companies. We have KRC Bookstore as well as KRC Tax and Business Services. Make sure you reach out to me for either one of the opportunities. Thank you so much. Be very, very blessed. Be safe out there. Thank you.